Hello everyone, my name is Relax and Panic and this is another reaction to My Hero Academia. It is season 4, episode 3, and you know how it is. As always, if you want to see the reaction itself, just go down into my descriptions, follow the links, replace the parentheses, dot parts with real dots, and enjoy. Once you've done, feel free to come back here and hear my thoughts about this episode, so see you soon. For those that came back, welcome back. Now, there was an incredibly short episode. I just mentioned it in the end of the reaction, but that felt really short. Because if you take out the intro and the outro, we are at like 15 minutes. And that's, yeah. Not enough, man. Really not enough. I need longer episodes. More. However, it was a good episode, nonetheless. I mean, mainly we had the awaited meeting of Sir Nighteye and Midorya. And the question was, can he make him laugh or how to get accepted, right? So clearly he did not make him laugh. Not at all. As Sir Nighteye said, there's not a single funny bone in your body. Which I don't know about. I kind of, well, don't agree there, but okay. So he tested him. In the end, he accepted him, as we know. And Sir Nighteye stated that he would have accepted him. However, he already was on that, but he did not. He just did test him, kind of, right? I don't know, man. I really don't know. I think he would have denied him there. I really think. But Midorya convinced him by his actions, and I really like that. So let's talk about that actions. Both of them are, and I really like that fact in that episode, massive fanatics when it is about All Might. Both of them on the highest level, right? So they are toe to toe. And I'm not sure who is the better one of both. Sir Nighteye has the advantage of living longer and knowing All Might closer for quite a while of time, and being his sidekick in the past, had more access to every kind of information. So he has this advantage. But Midorya, since episode 1 we've seen him fanboyed over All Might incredibly hard and wrote down his notes, right? So you can see it in this episode. There is this moment, although Sir Nighteye doesn't want to show it, where there's a moment of, okay, this boy knows a lot. Boy Meets is the name of the episode, right? And I think on a weird level there is maybe a respect about that. I mean, if two fans meet and they have the same thing they fanboy or fangirl about, there is a connection. There is a liking to each other normally. Because it is this, you do understand me moment. You get what I'm referring to. You get my jokes. You get my everything I say, right? Because you have the same background. So Nighteye tries not to show that, but I think it is there. But then he kind of, as it seems, despises maybe too hard, but does not like the decision of Midorya being the successor of All Might. So Nighteye wanted, in the end, his sidekick he has right now, right? Our smiley boy. Which I can understand. And in many regards, power-wise, work ethics, we had that discussion. He would have been a great choice. So that is something he does not like, and he is projecting that on Midorya. A little bit unfair, but that's how life works. And then he makes up a test, this 3-minute test, where he clearly knows that it's more neither impossible to beat him in this time, to get it. I thought about like, okay, like smashing down the whole house on him, stuff like that would possibly have worked, right? But that would have been too aggressive, too negative, too not hero-like. So that's something that wouldn't work in the long run, and it simply is not Midorya. So he set up an unfair test in the end. Midorya tried to avoid it, to play it by distracting him with additional stuff to block his view, which I think was a clever idea. So what about if he has to see you, right? to be so fast that he can just bodily not react anymore, but all of that did not work. What convinced him, I think, although he acts as though it didn't, is the fact that Midorya, while speeding around like Gran Torino, did avoid every contact with the memorabilia that Sir Nighteye had. I mean, he stated this room, it doesn't matter, you know, it can be destroyed. But there were a lot of fan articles about All Might. On the one hand, Midorya avoided those, and Sir Nighteye might feel nice due to that because his stuff was not damaged. On the other hand, it shows the fanboy that Midorya is, avoiding things he himself likes as well and does not want to hurt, right? So he was about to destroy this 10-year carpet poster. I'm not sure what it was, right? You know what I mean. So there are two things. But the third one, and I think that's the main one, is if you're working as a hero and you're, as example, fighting a villain, what this kind of was, you have to be aware of your surroundings. You have to be aware if there are civilians around that are not allowed to be injured. If there's stuff that is not allowed to be destroyed, or should not be at least. So it is more than just the one fight. It is everything around and being aware of that. And Midorya showed that. He is able of doing that. That is already a high level. That is additional stuff, right? And he did that while being emotional stressed. He did that even when it might have been a disadvantage for him, because by being aware of that and avoiding it, he possibly lowered his speed. He lowered his chances of getting the stamp from Sir Nighteye. But he still did. And I think that's what made Sir Nighteye change his mind. Because I do not believe he wanted to take him from the beginning. I think that changed his mind because he realized, okay, there's more. There is, kind of the right standpoint that Midorya is coming from. Not only ability, but he is aware of stuff and thinks about stuff and has like the right attitude for a hero. And I think that makes a lot. Which is, by the way, the main thing in this episode now. All of that, it was good. He will be there for at least 1 month. He will be paid, which is interesting, because we will see what happens. And I mean, at least one character we know that needs a lot of money, and for good reason, right? Uraka will love to be paid for it, and it will very, very likely go to her parents too. I don't know, like 100%. But apart from that, he might miss some lessons in school. And that's interesting. So how do they cope with that? I mean, there might be some students who do not get anything like that here, so possibly it is so they're on track. Or will they have an option to learn later on? Or will there be like a repetition to that? I don't know. We know 3 other students by now that will be possibly taken. I don't know why those 3. What was for them to be seen? I mean, they're very interesting and important characters, but why? And it is the big 3 that requested them, so I guess they will show those students to their respective pro heroes that they're working with. So I'm pretty sure they will be in work. And I really thought that Todoroki and Bakugo had already a place where they went to, but they didn't. They were just outside and checked to find something, so they're still searching. I mean, there's no question that possibly both of them would be able to go over to Endeavor. Who would very likely love his son coming back to him, crouching on the floor asking for whatever. He would take Bakugo as well, I think. But I'm still hoping that someone like Best Jeanist shows up again. Although I'm not sure if he is ready yet again. But But we will see in the next episodes, very likely. We ended off, however, with a cliffhanger. And there was there's one more. Tokuyama has someone asking for him specifically. And yeah, it's a bit weird. It's Bert and Bert, but we will see why. We had a cliffhanger in this episode, an after credit scene. So I finally have a name, and it is Ari. So Ari or Ari is the name of the little girl that is so mysterious, which will be major important in this season, I guess. And we know that Shisaki, or Overhaul, has already a very close relationship to her, and she was, I think, pretty clearly running away from him, was afraid of him, whysoever. He said, let's go home. So they either are related already, or he is like someone watching over her. Doesn't have to be a positive way, right? And thus we ended there. I'm pretty sure this will happen in the next episode while they are out on the streets. Look forward to that. It's the first meeting, so what will happen? That's it from me this time. I hope you liked. I did for sure. Was a very short but a very nice episode, and I will see you the next time. Until then, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. My name is Relax and Panic. Goodbye and out.